But what I did start was starting the editing process on a photo project that I did with my mom and all the different places that she grew up in Ontario. So she grew up in like 7 different towns and in about 12 different homes. Probably not great for the childhood, you know what I mean? Like, let's be honest, but great for a photo book. I'm outside, as you can see, post-storm. It's Saturday, and you guys all, literally everyone who watched the video was like, I like this. I like the fact that you're switching up the scenes instead of it's just you in your washroom the whole time. So I said, okay, let me go out post-storm and film some location stuff. So here I am. This is quite the setup. I got a second cam. Look at that. This is production value for you guys, okay? So Sunday, I ran, was it almost 26, 27K or something like that? I have never openly sworn so much by myself on a solo walk back post run. I contemplated just dying in a snowbank. I've also noticed that in my hard times, and this is not, I don't want this, but in my hard times, I think of 2 men, and I think of Joe Rogan and Goggins. And it's tough to say out loud and admit, but there's a clip from Joe Rogan, and he's like, you're always going to have like, the inner person's always going to tell you no. And then I'm like, okay, yeah, I deal with that a lot, especially while running. And then Goggins, you know, every time you just turn this on, you gotta want to walk through a brick wall, or you call him insane. Either which, when he's in your head and you're dealing with something hard, it kind of works. So I'm not proud of it, but it is helping. So these 2 grown men in my darkest times while being physically active cheered me on. And so, and it's like, I'm by myself. I could stop and just lie to you guys that I do run these things. And I could just lie to other people, but I can't lie to myself. The one thing with running outside, which sucks, is that your shoes get all messed up. Okay, there's cars coming. This is so embarrassing, guys. Oh, God. Someone's looking. It's not embarrassing. There's just like, I'm just a grown man in his 30s in an empty parking lot while people are just looking at me. Okay, look what I do for you guys, okay? This is not ideal. So I like shoes, like most people. I really do enjoy them. I have lots of pairs. And not since it's been like a big old craze now. I've been not collecting, but I mean, I buy an unhealthy amount of shoes since like I was 14 years old, okay? And I like my shoes clean. I keep them in boxes. I keep them organized. I bought these nice, bright orange shoes that kind of make me look and feel cool while I run, okay? Now, the fact that I run outside, they look like trash. And that kills me inside a little bit because I bought them to show off. And now they just look like trash. They look like a used pylon. And I don't want that. When I'm running, I wear all black pretty much. And then I want my shoes to shine. Okay? I bought orange socks to match the shoes. Guys, I'm dedicated to this. I'm dedicated to looking good. That was my Sunday. Oh yeah, seems like the dog's on the loose. Let's do it. Bought your camera gear, no biggie. Cute dog, seems happy. Oh, Memphis is getting in trouble. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, all kind of slammed into the same day. Really didn't get up to too much. But what I did start was starting the editing process on a photo project that I did with my mom and all the different places that she grew up in Ontario. So she grew up in like 7 different towns and in about 12 different homes. Probably not great for the childhood, you know what I mean? Like, let's be honest, but great for a photo book. That's kind of something that I've been wanting to do for a while, is to create a photo book. And I was trying to figure out all these different things, and I said, you know what, like, there's a story right here, right in front of me. It's part of my family, and I get to kind of hang out with my mom a bunch, which is awesome because my mom is the best. So we kind of packed up our bags, and in 2 separate weekends, we went to kind of the Quebec, like Ottawa side, and then we kind of went a little bit further north on the west end of Ontario, and it was great. We spent a lot of time in hotels, roaming around, eating A&W. A&W is everywhere on the countryside, and I rate A&W. In the city, I'm never gonna get A&W. Out in the country, you know, get me a couple Buddy Burgers, and, you know, and some sweet potato fries and a root beer. And I'm a happy camper. I'll drink A&W root beer all day long if it didn't give me diabetes. I swear to God, that stuff is like Chinese bakery. It is crack. I need to be on the road a lot more. I need to just get away and go away for like 2-3 days and just roam places and take photos. I was the happiest when I was on the road doing that with my mom. It's so much fun. It's like 10 hours a day of just taking photos, and then you go eat pizza and hang out in the hotel and watch old movies on a TV that does not work in questionable living conditions, because I'm not trying to spend extra money on the road. And oh yeah, guy honking goodbye. That's fantastic. And I think that's a little jerkish, don't you think? I mean, that's unnecessary. You know what I mean? You don't even look cool. You're all right. You're in your mom's car. All right. Where was I? Interrupted me. Jesus. I was on a good little rant there. If I could be like a photojournalist and go to other countries and document like people and stories and events, woo, yes, please. That's sweet. Like, if someone's gonna sponsor me, like pay me money to roam Earth and tell people stories and like take portraits and document stuff, yes. So if you know someone who wants to pay me lots of money to do that, sign me up, because I'm there. I'm your guy. But that probably won't happen, unfortunately. Maybe it will. You know what? Maybe it will. Can't let dreams just be dreams, right? Heard that this week. It kind of stuck with me. Yeah. Oh, second idea that I kind of have is I'm currently making a little side project on boats. Yes. You thought I was going to follow up with something more interesting than that? I'm not. It's boats that are not in the water. It's literally boats that are outside on people's lawns, like on the countryside, and storage things, like just, yeah. So that's what I've been doing for like 6 months, is taking photos of boats that aren't in the water. So I got about like 26 photos now. So that's sick. And probably half of them are trash. So I probably got 13. This project's going to take me 5 years. 5 years to document boats that are not in the water. That's what I find fun. Okay? So you can't outbore me. All right? Let's make that clear. Okay? What I do with my time might seem extremely boring and pointless to 99% of the world. But to me, I'm having a blast. So yeah. And with this big snowstorm, I wanted to go take photos of this like amateur wrestling match that's in Cambridge that I just found out. It happens every Friday, so I'm definitely going to go check that out. So that there could be a lot of amateur wrestling involved in these videos. So be prepared. Thursday I went on, I had the day off, and I decided to make the most of it, and I decided to go on a little photo drive, which I was just talking about, kind of just getting out there, roaming the countryside, roaming the streets, taking photos. Always needed. You never know what you're going to see. You never know what you're going to catch, right? And I got a boat book to make, okay? Kind of went up this area where like this antique mall is that I like to go, which you have heard of multiple times. And there's a bunch of little spots that I was kind of thinking of. Took some shots. I think some of them turned out. Some of them didn't, and which is fine. Now, this is every once in a while, obviously, when you're roaming around taking photos, someone's going to say something. Someone's going to come out and be like, what are you doing, you creep? Why are you taking a photo of this situation or outside my house or anything like that? So that happened. And so I was driving by, and I saw this GT snow racer, and it just looked nice with the shadows and the light. It was just perfect. So I was like, yeah, you know what? Let me bring out the camera. Let me see if I can get something, right? And I was taking some of these like kind of behind the scenes shots, but I was like, listen, I know this one's going to be quick, and I know it's kind of not on someone's property, but it's kind of shooting onto someone's property. Let me just like take this quick and get out of here. As I'm taking the photos, I kind of wrap up, and this like older gentleman, 65 and 70, comes out, soft voice, trying to be intimidating, right? And he's like, what are you taking pictures of? And he's across the street and there's like trucks and things like that. And I don't really hear him. So I was like, just give me a second. I'm walking towards my car, which is kind of getting towards him. And he's like, hello. And I was like, hey man, I can't hear you. Just give me a second. As you can see, there's a transport truck crossing right now. So just give me a second. I cross over. I'm like, hey man, like what's up? He's like, what are you taking? Are you taking photos of the house and stuff? And I was like, no. I know this sounds weird, and I'm going to say this out loud. I'm taking photos of the GT Snow Racer on the lawn. I'm not taking photos of the house, just the GT Snow Racer. He instantly was like, my bad, all good. And I'm like, no, I get it. I understand. This is a weird situation, and you're a good neighbor. I told my wife, she's like, yeah, he's a good neighbor. And I was like, yeah, I get it. I just don't want to deal with it. I just want to go and take photos of whatever I want, and for no one to judge me, think weird thoughts about me, and be, and let me be. And the funny thing is, I don't even really think the shot turned out. Got home, ate some food, and then I decided to work on my painting. And it was wicked. I had a ton of fun. Yet again, my wife was working late, so I could kind of just do what I want. And so I decided to work on my painting. And I think it's kind of starting to get its form. Like, I'm close to just maybe walking away. So I might add a couple little things here and there. But I think for the majority of the painting, I think it's done. And I'm super happy about that. This is my first painting. My second, but my first one I'm actually really trying to take a crack at. I think it kind of resembles a lot of the stuff that I was doing on Procreate. So it's kind of a relief, because when I was making it, I was like, this is trash. I should have never done this. I'm an idiot for ever thinking I could make a painting like this. Turns out it's pretty close. So I'm happy with it. I'm going to do a couple, little touches here and there, see if it adds anything, see if it makes it worse. But overall, I'm going to continue painting because it's lots of fun. But here's another thing. It's expensive. I bought a tube of paint. I got like a peach. That was like $17. And I just used it all. You know what I mean? It's on the painting. That's a lot. You know what I mean? Unless someone wants to pay me for the painting, it's an expensive hobby. Just the whole tube is gone. $20 down the drain. Boom, done. I like the piece. I'm happy with it. And thank God my dad gave me all the other paints. I didn't have to pay for any of that paint except that one. And I felt that. And I was like, give me more, Dad. Give me more. Because I can't afford this lifestyle. I don't know how you do it. Relax. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Just lay down. Okay. Good? Mm-hmm. Okay. Yeah, just relax. Okay. So, Friday. Oh, gosh. Can I get through this? Friday, got Chinese food. Had 2 massive plates. Felt bloated the rest of the night. Ate too much. Typical situation. Oh, here's the thing, obviously. You don't need to put on more than 2 to 3 sprays of your cologne. You don't. This guy walked into the elevator. I could inhale. This dog, man. 2 to 3 sprays, max. I do 2. One straight here, and then one on the wrist, do one of those. Okay? That's it. And you let that settle. This guy walked on. It's like I ate the Axe spray can itself. Only when you get close to someone, almost in it, in any sort of intimate way, hugs, anything past that, that's where you're going to smell someone. But you enter a room and no one should be able to smell you. Maybe when you walk past, a little breeze, boom, that's fine. But not when you just enter a room and you're just like, I'm here. But tonight, watching the UFC match, so I have John Jones, that's going to be a swipe, easy money. easy money for John Jones tonight. And then, yeah, that's it. So I'm going to end this off with, I'm thinking of adding a second segment, maybe at some point during these videos, or maybe a second video. I don't know. I'm going to figure it out. But kind of like a song of the week, a movie of the week, outfit of the week, kind of one of those things, right? Kind of like maybe an art piece that I see, things that I see online. So maybe do like a top 5, just more like a top cool thing that I see. And I'm going to, show some love and like maybe talk about it a little bit. Maybe you've seen it. Maybe you haven't. Maybe I can put you on. Maybe you put me on to something. So that's going to be something I'm going to try and work on in the next couple weeks, just to add a second layer to this whole weird creative little random thing that I'm doing here. Most importantly, I hope everyone has a great week. I appreciate all the comments. I appreciate all the new followers. I appreciate all the liking, all the sharing, all the DMs. I appreciate it. I really, really do, honestly. And so, yeah, have a great week. And you know the drill. Stay out of trouble. Peace.